At the end of the day, I'm here to help entrepreneurs design brands that guide them to seven-figure success. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Brand Doctor live stream. Your host, Henry Kaminski Jr., aka the Brand Doctor, is here to talk to you today about the three best purchases I made in 2020 that leveled up my business way more than I could ever imagine. So I do want to say this up front. I'm going to be showcasing some things and sharing screens and stuff. I will have a full list of links to the actual things that I'm going to be talking about in on my YouTube channel under this video description. So if you guys want direct links to this stuff that I'm going to be talking about today, head over to YouTube and look for this video. You quickly just type in the Brand Doctor and you'll see me come right up, and you could get the links to these services and products. So let's dive in. So I want to make this as interactive as possible. So if you have questions or comments or anything that you want to add in to this live stream, please leave it in the comments. I want to make this as have as much dialogue as possible. Okay. Let me turn this off before we get distracted here, and then we could get this party started. So one of the first things people ask me when they see me online is, dude, where the hell did you get that camera? And what kind of camera are you using for these live streams? So I want to share with you product number one, purchase number one of 2020 that has really leveled up my business's quality. But real quick, before we get into that, this video is going to be specifically for people or industry influencers that want to have a more premium look to their branding online. They want to become more professional looking online. Okay. They want to attract higher quality clients via online. They want to increase their engagement and reach, and they want more qualified leads coming in the front door. So if that's what you want, then stick around to the end of this video. I said I'm going to share with you three purchases, but I have two bonus ones that I'm going to share with you towards the end of the show that I definitely don't want you to miss. So getting back into this whole camera conversation, the camera that I'm using is not a webcam whatsoever. It is an actual legit Sony A6400 camera, which with the right software, with the right connections, becomes a streaming camera. And I've been using this camera now for the past year, and it's crazy. As soon as I get on podcasts, as soon as I get on a live stream, they're like, what setup is that? Because I need to have that. I set up a bunch of Brain Accelerator clients with this setup too. I saved all my links and I just share them out to my clients now. And I can tell you right now, Nick Bradley from Scale Up Your Business, he got the whole setup and now he's looking super fresh over there in the UK. And there was a couple other clients too that, Brandon Copeland, he was another one. He's like, I'm going to be doing a lot of these live streaming things and being on camera virtually. You got to hit me up with your setup. And so purchase number one is an awesome camera setup, and it's the Sony A6400. I could show you right here on Amazon. It's this guy right here. But you'll need to buy a Sigma lens. And I have a 16 millimeter and a 30 millimeter lens, both from Sigma. And again, I'll give you all the links to all the cords and the now am I thinking here? I'm blanking out here. The lenses and stuff like that. So towards the end of the video, and it'll be in post-production as well. So you can get access to all of those links. I want to try to make this as streamlined as possible. All right. So purchase number one was leveling up my camera setup. I mean, when you look more polished and professional online, you're already sending your audience a message that you're looking fresh and you are going to raise the bar when it comes to quality. Okay. So camera setup, especially after 2020 and everybody coming online and doing things virtually, if you want to impress and really increase the value of your business or the perception of value, highly recommend you update your camera. Spend the extra couple of bucks. I think the whole setup with lenses, connections, camera, you're probably looking at like $1,300. $1,400. It wasn't that big of a deal. And it's going to definitely pay itself back in spades when people start to see your stuff and they're like, wow, way more quality, way more professional. Okay. The next thing that I wanted to share with you was this Rodecaster Pro. So this guy here is unbelievable. Okay. Super easy to set up. I thought it was going to be, it looks more intimidating than what it actually is. But this guy right here just took my entire podcasting game to the next level. And so highly, highly recommend if you're getting into podcasting. I wish I got this Rodecaster Pro when I first started podcasting 4 years ago. I mean, this thing is insane. I mean, it just brings your podcast to life, like with sound effects. And you can add in, all types of different things here. It's just amazing. The music now that I use in my shows are bringing a lot more emotion to the show. And yeah, you could do all of this in post-production, but it's fun to do it during the show too, especially if you have the capabilities of doing that. And so the Rodecaster Pro is going to take your whole entire podcast to the next level. And it's super mobile. You can literally take it with you on the road and set up multiple microphones to it. And it's just it's a sick piece of equipment. And for $600, it's worth every damn penny. Which I got this new mic too. The I think it's called the Rode. Just called the Rode mic. And it just sounds so much better than the other mic I used to use. I still use that other mic, but more for conference calls and things like that. I don't need this bad boy to do that stuff. So far we got the camera, the A6400 I bought, and the Rodecaster Pro for podcasting. So definitely highly recommend those two things. The third thing that I invested in was StreamYard, the software that I'm using right now to do this live stream. I mean, it is absolutely a game changer if you want to increase your engagement and reach with your audience. So what StreamYard allows me to do is I can go live on multiple, up to 8 different platforms. So right now I'm streaming live on Twitter, YouTube, all of my Facebook platforms, and I have access to, that's only 5. So I have 3 additional platforms that I could plug in. I wish LinkedIn gave me access to their live streaming, because I could plug in and go live on LinkedIn at the same time. And then you could do some really cool things, like intros and outros, like the one you saw on this live. And then you could add in different promos and stuff. Speaking of promos, check out this before we continue. So how cool was that? During a live stream, you could promote different offerings and lead magnets and all types of different things right here on your live stream. So StreamYard is a huge plus. And if you want to try StreamYard out, I have a link in, again, I'll provide the links later, but I'll show you the link right now. uniquedesigns.net/tools. I'm featuring StreamYard here. Now, keep in mind, everything that you see on this page, they are affiliate links. So I will get credit for these things if you purchase them through this page. So I just want to be straight up with you guys with that. Wanted to work on my affiliate game a little bit towards the end of this year, and so we built this page out. But StreamYard is a phenomenal piece of software. So I still have Zoom, obviously, but I was paying like $50 or $60 for Zoom a month. I backed that down to $15 or $14 for like the basic level, so I could do client calls and things like that without getting cut off at 40 minutes or whatever. But StreamYard is only $50. It's only $50 a month. And then when you start to build up affiliates, a couple affiliates, StreamYard will be free for you, right? So they give you a little affiliate link that you could use to promote it. And so what I'm looking to do, and I'm just putting this out there into the world, is I would love to get the founders of StreamYard on the Brand Doctor podcast. So if anybody knows a connection there, give us a connection, connect us up. I could go to their YouTube channel too and ask them, but I'm definitely going to have them on the show in 2021 because I want to know what they're coming out with next. I mean, this is a phenomenal software that is constantly evolving, constantly. What they've been able to do with this software over the past year was just absolutely amazing. Super easy to use. You could feature comments from people. You could put up links like I just did. It really helps engagement. So when people are talking and interacting with you, you could feature them. So want to try this out? Drop something in the comments and I'll make sure that you get featured, and I'll feature your comment in the right here on the stream. Right? So super cool stuff. Super cool stuff. Okay? So we got the camera, the Rodecaster Pro, we got StreamYard. Now, some things that a lot of people think, well, sometimes these things are really expensive and I'm not sure if I'm going to get my return on investment. But let me tell you, every time I commit to something of this magnitude, it always comes back around tenfold, right? So one of the other things that I invested in 2020 that really helped me level up was joining a mastermind group. You ready for this? Joining a mastermind group with a bunch of people that is completely out of my league when it comes to the topic and context of the mastermind. Okay. So I have a client who's in the real estate space, and he had said to me, Henry, you want to join a mastermind? And I was like, well, okay, tell me more. So he's like, well, I belong to this mastermind. There's a bunch of real estate investors in there, all heavy hitting guys and gals. I think you will be a tremendous asset to the group. And I think these folks would teach you quite a bit about business as well. These guys are, $1 million plus businesses and really successful people. And I said, well, how am I going to contribute to a group of real estate investors? Like, it doesn't sound like something that I could be of value. And he says, Henry, all of these folks are heavy hitting industry influencers. And I believe that they could really learn from you just from a branding perspective. You help a lot of influencers level up their branding identity, their messaging, their funnels, their websites. And I think that there's a lot of synergy here. So I've kind of tiptoed around the idea that I want to start to learn more about real estate investing because I want to do something with my money. I want to plan out the money that I make a little bit better than what I'm doing right now. Because listen, if you don't plan your money, will. Okay. So who knows where this is going to take me, but I committed, I invested. It took me out of my comfort zone, and I really got to connect with some really cool people so far. I actually got a call in an hour or two. In about an hour with another mastermind member. And just to collaborate and connect and to vibe off of people that may be doing better than you in business, may need your services, who knows? But in an area, an industry that is completely foreign to you, you never know what might just happen. And so I'm excited because 2021 is going to be a big year. I already feel it. I already know it. I already feel it because I'm setting myself up for success. And so what did I do? I reinvested in myself, and I said, I want to be around higher frequency people that are similar to me. Because quality attracts quality. I'll talk about this in a second. So joining a mastermind group outside of your comfort zone, outside of your typical, is something I would highly recommend. Because this is something that I shared with my podcast agent when we had our last call. Let me share with you this story real quick. So if I were to go on a bunch of podcasts that have to do with funnel building and click funnels and digital marketing and all of that stuff, I am just another peg on the wall. There's thousands of people that do what I do, right? It's a bloody red ocean. So I told my agent, let's get me on shows where I am the big fish in a different pond. So let's go on real estate shows. Let's go on boating shows because I like to boat, right? Let's go on shows that may have an idea about branding and funnels, and maybe the host knows a very baseline of what all of that is, but now wants an expert to come on their show to really go deep. Well, that's why I want to go on these obscure shows or shows that are outside of my industry, because what happens? Now you become that big fish in that different pond, and you become that one focus of attention. So that's why I joined this mastermind group, because I don't want to be in a mastermind that has 5 other branding people in it. It doesn't make sense. I don't want to step on toes. I don't want to compete. I don't want to do any of that. Right. So I'm going to go into a group that is free of all of that. And I'm going to be the guy. So I highly encourage you guys to do that, is to step outside of your comfort zone and maybe join something that's out of your expertise. But you may have, whatever your product or service is, may be able to serve this vertical just like you serve other verticals. And that could open up a slew of opportunity for you. So highly recommend this, guys. This is getting out of that comfort zone and diving into something new. That's how you grow. That's how you become great at what you do. So hopefully this is making sense. Drop some comments below. Let me know if you have any questions, concerns about this. Something may be holding you back, a story you might be telling yourself that maybe keeping you safe, but it's really hindering you from getting to that next level. So joining a mastermind group is a huge way to catapult your way to the next level. Okay. Because when I get on these mastermind calls, I was only on one so far. But man, I got to tell you, this group of individuals, you could truly feel and see how much they care about others in the group, the way they help each other out without expectation, the way they just give it to you straight, and just help, right? When you're trying to do all this on your own, it's a lonely place. It really is. And you could get caught up and lost very, very quickly. So having the support of a group is going to help you really see the blind spots a lot quicker and then help you course correct. Okay. And then the last thing that I invested in 2020 that has completely leveled up my business was reinvesting in my core offer, which is the Brand Accelerator program. I was getting signs from the universe that was telling me, Henry, let's take this program, put some more meat on the bones, and deliver something spectacular that no one else is doing in your space. And so I hired a consultant, and we spent 2 months together completely stripping my program down to the studs and rebuilding it and renovating it to something I couldn't believe what it turned out to be. Okay. We reinvented the workshop portion. We introduced a new section called the strategy section, where we do all of the strategy and present it in a way that is just unbelievable. and then the business acceleration. So instead of balling everything into one, we broke it out into 3 separate sections. So when Brand Accelerator clients come through the program, they can actually see the level of progress and how everything stacks on top of each other when it comes to branding and rebranding. So we created the workshop up front, then the strategy, and then the acceleration or the marketing section or piece. And that's where we can get into the funnel design and the build and all of that. And then taking all of that stuff and then building it out to something insane. That's probably the best investment I've ever made. And so I am so, so excited to bring clients through this Brand Accelerator 3.0. And just the amount of love that went into this program is absolutely amazing. And I know people are going to come out of that program just enlightened and fired up. is the best way to explain it. Because as I was building it with the consultant, I saw a lot of the pieces that I wish I had when I first introduced the program. And now that those pieces are installed, it's a beast on wheels. I mean, it is a beast on wheels. So why do I share this? One, I want to selfishly plug the program. But 2, I want to ask you guys, are you reinvesting back into your brand and business at a level that is going to move the needle for you guys? All right? Because here's the deal. If you want your business to appear more valuable, if you want to be perceived as the expert and professional, and if you want to attract a higher quality, higher caliber, higher paying client, it starts from the inside. Branding is an inside job, right? Once you can get that core and internal structure built, the outside comes together faster, more efficiently, and way more impactful. So these are the folks that I'm talking to. These are the influencers in their space that aren't really representing themselves in a manner that truly represents the value that they deliver. And I said this in my Instagram post, and I'll say it again, but poor branding attracts poor clients. And Russell Brunson, way back in the day, I think it was his second book, Expert Secrets, he said, don't sell to broke people. So if you have poor branding, and I'm not just meaning the look and feel, but the messaging, then you're going to attract a poor client. It's just the way it goes. The energy, the universe is going to give you what you're putting out. When you level up your quality, people are going to vibe off of that, and people with similar vibes connect. Right? We were talking about this the other day on a call where mid 6-figure entrepreneurs to 7-8-figure entrepreneurs, they're a different breed of people. The way they see the world, the way they operate their business, the way they just carry themselves. Other mid-figure, 6-figure entrepreneurs, other 7-figure earners, 8-figure, 9-figure earners want to get around other people that are similar to them. Just like I mentioned why I joined the mastermind group. So when you level up the quality of your brand, you're going to level up the quality of your clients. And then when you level up the quality of your clients, what are you going to level up? The quality of your life. Boom. So do you want a higher quality of life? Then attract a higher quality client. How do you do that? You invest in yourself and invest back into your business and brand. And watch what happens. Just watch what happens. And that was the key to really helping me get my time back. Now that I could spend it with my son and my wife and go on trips and do all of these things that I could never do when I used to churn and burn design work, because I was constantly stuck behind this computer because I needed another client. I needed another client. And it was just a churn and burn, churn and burn, churn and burn. I wasn't charging enough. So it was just hamster wheel, hamster wheel, hamster wheel. And I was like, enough's enough. You're going to triple your prices. And you're going to find a higher tier of client. And so what did I start to do? I reinvested back into my website. I got a new website built. I invested into a whole new brand identity. I got help with messaging. Now I focus on a very specific client. And it's those industry influencers that really want to make an impact with what it is that they're an expert in, and help them get to the next level. Because there's so many of them out there that just have mediocre brands. They're just blending in. They don't even know it. And I want to take them out so that they can shine. So that they can go back into their marketplace with the confidence to back their brand up. Because we all know when we work on a full tank of confidence, what we can actually accomplish is astronomical. So I've said this before, I'll say it again, but I'm not really in the brand building business. I'm in the confidence building business. Because when you have a brand that could truly complement the service that you deliver, you're going to feel really proud of it. You're going to feel really confident about it. And you're going to go on to serve at a much higher level. So that's the deep stuff of branding that nobody really talks about. Because people think branding is just like what it looks like and how it sounds. And yeah, that's part of it. But what's branding at its core? It's having something that you're super proud of that really represents you. That goes on to really impact thousands of people, but goes on to impact a very specific audience. So if I didn't invest in this camera setup, if I didn't invest in my Rodecaster Pro, if I didn't invest in StreamYard, if I didn't invest in this mastermind group, if I didn't invest back into my Brand Accelerator program to make it bigger and better than ever, then how did I grow this year? I wouldn't have. It had just been a flat line from 2019 to 2020. I don't know about you guys, but every year I'm trying to outdo my last. And so I'm so happy that I made these investments. And some of them were expensive. And I said, I'm not going to let COVID kick my ass. I'm not going to lay down to this pandemic. I'm not. Yes, I will take it serious. Yes, I will keep my family safe. But I am not going to let this pandemic destroy my business. And my heart goes out to the restaurants and, the people that are staying shut and closed due to the government. And I mean, my heart goes out to these folks. But my message to you guys is, where's the opportunity? Look for the opportunity. It's there. It might be right underneath your nose. You might have to dig a little harder to find it. But my gut tells me that there's an opportunity out there that once you see it and go after it, you're going to say, F you, Corona. Look at what I'm doing now. And that's why I think June was a great year for us business-wise, is because come June, everybody was like, listen, I'm not going to lay around. I got to do something. Everybody's going virtual. All right, well, I need a brand that's going to boost me up, going to take me to the next level. And that's why we had 6 or 7 clients come in June, because they were not going to lay down. They weren't going to say, all right, Corona, you got me. They took money that was hard earned and they reinvested it back into themselves and their businesses. And now look at Scale Up Your Business. Look at Jason Linett. Look at Stephen Epstein. Look at New York Power Solutions. Look at all these guys and gals. They're crushing it. But they're and they have a whole new level of confidence. So that's what it's about, guys. That's what it's about. It's, can you outdo yourself from the year previous? Can you level up? And here's what happens when you start to do this over and over, year in and year out. It's that law of compounding, right? That everybody talks about. This is a long game approach, but every year you get a little better and a little better and a little better. You know, it's a great reminder when I get these Facebook memories, when I see how ridiculous I looked 4 or 5 years ago doing live streams from my phone with terrible lighting and just awfulness. Fast forward to what my live streams look like today, and it's like night and day. So you what you put in is what you're going to get out. That's it. If you want a higher quality client, then you got to be high quality. I wish there was a simpler way. But that's it, my friends. That's it. So if you guys have any questions about links to the products that I've mentioned, you could shoot me a DM. Again, on my YouTube channel, underneath this video description, I will have links to all of everything once I set that video up. Give me a little bit because I got a call right after this, but you could get the links over there. And I just hope that for 2021, you take this video, you take this piece of content, and you ask yourself, what am I going to do in 2021 to level up my game? And don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you want. Focus on what you want. And I can promise you, you're going to get it. So have an amazing day, guys. And I'll catch you on the next live stream real soon. Take care.